the Woodworth feasibility study. Can you tell us what that is and how it'll affect the projects going on in Macon-Bibb?
Yeah, so as we're about to embark on financing several projects, including a new arena and a new convention center and a hotel, we're going to have a third-party financial analyst look at the potential revenues from those projects, how much they would be cost, how much it would cost to build, how much revenue we could expect to make off of those. So we will have a third-party report that we can use to help finance those projects, work with banks, lenders, and developers on bringing equity to bear for those projects, and help us as we are analyzing our capital stacks for these projects, making sure that we are covering all of our bases and limiting exposure of taxpayer dollars in these projects.
Is there any doubt at this point that Macon could support the new arena and the convention center and the hotel?
No, and that's I think that can be the confusing thing about feasibility studies. It's not can these things work, can they be supported? It's the term of what is the rate of return to be expected from these projects, so that we can then work with lenders to basically maximize how much we can receive from the private sector on these projects, and make sure that we're limiting taxpayer exposure on these projects, not whether or not they can be successful. And I think an important thing to know about all of these projects, things like large assembly projects like arenas, convention centers, that they return value in ways that are not just simply their ticket sales or how many people go to that project or go to a convention there. That's not where all of the revenue comes from those projects. That the revenue from those projects comes from the additional hotel room nights that come from those sorts of things, the additional sales tax sales, and the biggest piece of this puzzle is people who are coming into this community who are spending money in local businesses. That was why it's so important for us to have a convention center on the downtown side of the river, having the arena be able to facilitate more local events, larger events, and maintain the slate that we have, is bringing new people in to our community, growing the pie of our tourism landscape, but also putting more money into local businesses. So what this report can help us understand is how much spillover economic effect we can expect from these projects. But we know that we can support these facilities because basically just demand that we already have, that we have to turn events away because that we don't have the existing convention capacity for larger conventions, and the limitations of the current Coliseum has meant that we've left events and conventions on the table, that in a world where we have these new facilities, that those would locate here and hopefully find more permanent homes here, supporting our local businesses and growing our local tax base.